Today we're in the city of Worms. Worms is the location of Luther's courageous stand against both the Roman Catholic Church and the Holy Roman Empire at what is known as the Imperial Diet or Diet of Worms. It occurred on April 17, 1521, and this monument commemorates that event. Of course, Luther stands at the center of the monument holding a Bible symbolizing the one who started the Reformation. His stare is directed toward the scene of the trial at the former location of the bishop's palace. But there are four other figures at the four corners of the monument, and these four figures are crucial. They were the forerunners to the Reformation. We start in the back with Peter Waldo. He lived in France in the 12th century. Waldo translated the Latin New Testament into the French language so that the people of France could have the Word of God in their own language. He also challenged the doctrine of the Catholic Church, namely the doctrine of justification by works. We also have Girolamo Savonarola. Savonarola was a forerunner to the Reformation in Italy. He stressed the authority of the Scriptures over papal authority. And on the 23rd of May, 1498, the church authorities condemned, hanged, and burned him in the main square of Florence as a heretic. Next to Savonarola is Jan Hus, the great pre-reformer from Bohemia and what is today known as the Czech Republic. It was Hus who, when he was martyred, said, "You can kill the goose." The Czech word Hus is the word for goose, but 100 years after me will come a swan, and you cannot kill the swan. It was almost 100 years to the day after Hus uttered those words that Luther took his 95 Theses in one hand and a mallet in the other, and he nailed the 95 Theses to the church door at Wittenberg. Before Luther came to Worms in 1521, he had a debate in Leipzig with John Eck, that great Catholic theologian, one of the sharpest debaters in all of Germany. And as Luther made the case for Scripture's authority as opposed to that of the Pope and of the church hierarchy, Eck accused him of being a Hussite, and Luther said, "Yes, I am a Hussite." And that was all that Eck needed. As Hus was condemned as a heretic, so Luther was guilty by association. After the Leipzig disputation, the Pope was able to condemn Luther as a heretic, and that's why Luther was brought before the Diet, the Diet of Worms. There's one more person at the foundation of the statue, and that's John Wycliffe, known as the Morning Star of the Reformation. Wycliffe is famous for three books. The first is, of course, the Bible, which he translated into English. He also wrote a book that challenged the papal authority and another book that challenged the Holy Roman Empire's authority over the King of England. In the fall of 1520, Luther wrote three treatises, one of which challenged the papal authority, one of which challenged the authority of the Holy Roman Empire over Germany, just like Wycliffe's two books. And after Luther was condemned as a heretic at Worms, he went to Wartburg Castle, where he worked over the course of 8 months on a translation of the Bible from the Greek into the people's language, just as Wycliffe did. And that is the foundation of the Reformation that Luther built on.